Hey family, Dad here. Hope you're having a great day. On this video, I just wanted to talk about my first almost 2 weeks on the new job, give you some kind of highlights, some feedback, and see where I'm at. So as I've shared on previous videos, I was looking for a job and I found an opportunity. In fact, I got two offers back in late February and early March, and I accepted the second offer that came in, and I shared that previously as well. I just wanted to give you an update, just seeing what things have been like the last couple weeks. So I started this new job at the beginning of April. The past 2 weeks, I've pretty much been only doing module training, assessments in front of a computer. This role is a healthcare sales role. So my job is within this company to grow one product that I'm responsible for, and that'll be at healthcare facilities all throughout Washington and some in Alaska. Now, the first couple weeks have been pretty kind of introducing myself to the company, to the philosophies, the company's views on the healthcare landscape. I did get to meet some of the new hires as well, because this is such a huge corporate company. They have employees all throughout the United States, all throughout the world. For the United States team, my division, I was able to kind of meet a handful of the new hires virtually. That was the first Monday in April, first thing at 8 a.m. I was able to meet a bunch of them virtually. We've just been doing nonstop module training. Modules and taking assessments. With the modules, you just got to pay attention, take notes, and they're pretty in-depth. They're long. Sometimes it's just boring because for me, I just like getting out, seeing customers selling versus, sitting in front of a desk, in front of a computer and doing module training for 2 weeks. You're being paid by the company to do these modules and as well complete the assessments. And the goal is to get 90% on each assessment. They're about 25 questions each. It is open book, but it's just hard sometimes. You're watching the modules, taking notes. And then as well, you can download the module as a PDF so you can do a word search on them. Answers to the assessments. There's been a couple times. I think we've had a total of 15 assessments, and I think 2 of them I scored less than 90 and I had to retake it. So that was kind of frustrating. But overall, I completed all the assessments as of today. We have another week of kind of virtual training. Next week is going to be all kind of virtual, just different topics every day, every hour. It's just going to be nonstop. So I am looking forward to that. It's just one step closer, just getting out and seeing customers. So it's exciting just to kind of get my feet wet into this new company, into this new role. Meeting the team, my immediate team. I was on a call with them, I think last week as well. Got to introduce myself and kind of just talk with them casually about their territory, their business, their customers and whatnot. So that's been kind of nice. One thing I did notice, at least my team, more than half of them are brand new. They just started at the beginning of this year. And it raises a little questions for me. It's just, why is there turnover? Is some of this expansion roles, new roles, created roles? Or are these roles just left by old employees for whatever reason? I feel like I'm going to ask that question once I kind of get my feet a little more wet and just have a little bit of comfort level talking to my teammates and just understanding, what was with the turnover. In fact, I think there's still another position that's open, that's vacant, that my boss is trying to fill. Yeah, and then the other thing is, the other question mark that I have right now, and this is something I'll discuss with my direct in a couple weeks once I'm done with training, is just the uncertainty of my customers, my territory. So like I said, I cover Washington and Alaska. I was talking to a colleague of mine who oversees Oregon. He oversaw Washington, he oversaw Alaska, he oversaw Idaho and Oregon before I came on. He was a little upset that they're carving out his customer base and creating a newly created role for Washington, and I got hired for that role, and so he's a little bitter about it, but he's being professional about it. He's being very, cool about it. We've had a couple conversations, but there is some uncertainty as far as if they're going to carve out Washington for him to give him more customers. So that's kind of to be determined, at least from what he said. And so I'll clarify with our boss, in a couple weeks to understand what the path forward is going to look like, if my colleague's going to get a chunk of Washington or if I'm just going to have Washington moving forward. But other than that, things are great. Very happy. The team seems, positive. my direct seems very, very supportive. What I want to do, what I want to accomplish, all that good stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited, and we'll see how it goes. And I'll provide some updates all throughout this process, all through this journey, any ups and downs and things like that. But so far, so good. I can't complain. I've been with several companies, as I've shared on previous videos. I've been with big corporations before. So usually, from my experience in my roles in sales, healthcare sales, we usually have the first 2 to 4 weeks that you start. It's a lot of training that's involved just for us to get exposure to the company, the philosophies, their views on a wide variety of topics and things like that. So tell me your thoughts. What has new jobs been for you? What it's been like? Do you have to go through a lot of module and assessment training, sitting in front of a computer if you're in sales? Comment, like, subscribe. I would definitely appreciate it. So that's all I got. I'll see you all at the next video.